3, 2, 1. We're on.
We're on.
Yeah, live. This is the where we talk about combat sports, boxing, mixed martial arts, whatever. And yeah, we're like 3 days removed from
3 days.
UFC 229. A lot to talk about.
Yep.
A lot to discuss. You know, a lot of things. I don't know where we should start, honestly.
You know what? Let's just get into it.
Already? Like,
Let's just do it.
main event.
Main event.
Khabib
Conor,
versus
Khabib.
Conor. Okay.
What was your assessment?
Assessment about the fights.
about the fight. We'll get to the juicy
fight. I thought it was a dominant performance by Khabib.
Mm-hmm.
He won majority of the fight. Conor did win one round.
The third.
Yeah, the third. He tagged him a little bit.
The judges gave him that round.
They
did you agree with that? Did you
Conor?
rewatch? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew that after that round was over.
Oh, really?
The yeah, I was like,
okay.
They'll probably give that to Conor.
Because I ended up, going back and watching the fucking fight,
And Khabib landed a couple shots as well.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
I ended up watching the fight maybe 10 times after that. I honestly, because I'm trying to see. All right, just out there. I'm a big, McGregor. I'm a Conor mark. You know what I'm saying?
Safe to say he's your favorite.
And he's my favorite outside of UFC. You know what I'm saying? He's what I'm about.
Yeah.
Every all the positivity, everything that I live my life by, it's basically I get it from how he is,
Yeah.
and not the cocky part, because I think a lot of people see that persona of him being cocky and he's an asshole, and he sells the fight. He does a great job.
One of the best.
Yeah, but on a
you're supposed to feel like that.
Yeah,
right?
no, you are. You're the shit, right?
Yeah,
you're the guy at your sport.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
You're supposed to believe it.
Yeah, and then you're gonna sell the fight on it too. He's about making money. He's a businessman.
Yeah, talk your shit.
But on a individual level, I think he's a really humble dude.
Yeah.
He comes from humble beginnings.
You've showed plenty of times after fights.
You know what I'm saying?
And,
So I've watched a lot of interviews on this guy.
He's not a terrible person.
No, he's not. But he's one of those guys that you cross him wrong, he's gonna fucking do what he can to hurt you. And he showed it on the.
He's very passionate. He's very.
He attacked Khabib's family. He attacked his religion. He attacked his father.
Before that.
Yeah,
before that, the bus incident and everything like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. When you cross him,
yeah,
you tried to embarrass or harm the people that he really deeply cares for.
Right.
He's gonna bite back. And I told you when that shit happened. If someone did that shit to you, bro,
I understand.
I'm going full force.
I understand.
So I like him on a personal level.
Right.
But I remember I told you from the first press conference when I was like, he kind of came off annoying a little bit,
Yeah. Well, because he's different. It's different.
Yeah, he can't. And you can. I think he was drunk that day. Either he was drunk or he was really buzzed.
Right. Well,
but
he had his famous, his.
Yeah, he was
whiskey,
drinking, right? 3 weeks out of the fight,
right. I'm sure.
So I don't know. But I went back and get back to what I was getting into. I went back and watched the fight, and I tried to see the third round if he really did win that round, because my dad was like, I don't remember my dad watching. He was like, I don't remember him winning a round.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I don't remember him even taking a round either. So that's why I went back and watched it.
Yeah.
And the third round, the first half was all Conor.
The first round?
The third round.
Oh, the third one. Yeah,
the third round was all Conor. But,
and then
Khabib came back strong at the end.
He landed some shots.
Yeah, so.
Got him against the cage.
Yeah. So, I can kind of see how Conor edged that round out. I think it was a lot closer. I don't think it was decisive.
I can see a judge.
Even giving it to Khabib,
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was kind of funny because I was trying to justify,
him winning the round.
And him winning the round, I'm like, fuck yeah, Khabib finally lost a round, that was a victory in itself, right? Yeah. So
I think it is. That's really impressive.
It was a victory in itself. So
yeah.
I don't know. Conor, I think he bit off a little more than he could chew this fight.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he went into it too passionately.
Too passionate. There's a lot of factors.
He went in there emotional. Emotional. I think he made an emotional decision by even trying to fight him. I'm fuck this guy up. Put me in a fight with him. You know what I mean? I don't think he was thinking
MMA fight.
MMA. He just wanted to beat his ass, right? At the time. And I'm sure, in the training camp,
John Kavanaugh.
John Kavanaugh talked about, I wish we would have focused more offensively. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and I agree. There was moments in that fight where I'm like, Conor could actually tag him right there. Like, what the hell's going on?
But I mean, when you're getting a fight made with Khabib, I can see why. Because Conor's like one of the best strikers in the game.
Right.
He showed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could understand because like I could see. I mean, I'm sure they worked on some striking, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, I could understand not like having that not be the focus in the camp because we know what Khabib's good at, and we know what he's. I don't want to say he's not good at striking because I've seen him strike before, and I mean he even fucking dropped Conor. In the fucking was it the second he dropped it?
The second round.
Yeah, he's the second.
I think
he
like
dropped
not
him.
even a minute in, he dropped him ugly.
Right, and I can see why it being the main focus is that defense,
dude. And shout out Conor for even taking that punch, man. That shit would have slept me. Like,
it was hard.
That was a hard shot.
I see the replays of it, and just the feint Khabib goes like he acts like he's gonna go take down just the typical wrestler, like
just a nasty overhand right, dude.
Fake the takedown and fucking haymaker, like fight night champion.
He pressed RB for sure on that one.
For sure, yeah. And he got him fucking clean too. It was
on
nasty.
Chin,
I was
dude.
actually scared.
Right
I was like, oh
chin.
my god.
Yeah.
But I don't think Conor was.
He wasn't expecting that for sure.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt. He wasn't like wobbly legs, but like But like you said, he didn't expect that. He got dropped, and he got up pretty well. Like he ran after Khabib, like he threw a knee, I believe, after that. Like right to him.
That could have landed. Really
Could have
ugly.
landed, yeah. Which I was like, oh shit. But yeah. And then the rest of the round, pretty much that was the most dominant round for any of them.
You know what?
I
was looking back on it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a moment in that fight, in that round, they could have stopped it.
Think so?
Yeah, they could have stopped it. And honestly, as a Conor fan, I don't even think I would have been mad at that stoppage.
Really? You're like
he was getting his ass beat.
Yeah, big shots too.
Big shots, big haymaker shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand Herb not calling it. Just
I'm glad he did it.
Yeah,
I'm glad he did it.
Big the fight is, and that'd be a big shit show afterwards. There would have been I was gonna say there would have been a riot after the fight.
Yeah,
but,
probably.
Yeah,
probably.
but I mean, still. But yeah, he didn't show that he was like woozy.
He wasn't hurt.
Like, yeah, he wasn't.
He
hurt.
was definitely taking punishment.
He was getting fucked up big time.
That
was a 10-8 round. Like,
and it was. They marked it as a 10-8
definitive 10-8 round for sure. So yeah, and then that happens. Third round comes along. This is the round where Conor showed some promise a little bit.
He came off really strong.
Yeah.
Like if he caught a second wind or something.
Mm-hmm. He hit him with a couple shots.
He hit him with some, straight shots, but still, it still wasn't there for me.
Yeah, Khabib didn't get hurt at all. Like he took these shots well.
Well, he ate them, but he didn't. Yeah. They weren't crisp. You know what I'm saying? No. Like they weren't like, oh shit.
Right.
They were just like, oh, okay, you hit him. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, in that regard, I think that's where I think John Kavanaugh was like, maybe we should have worked more on our offense.
Right.
Maybe we should have, if we would have worked more on it, he probably would have landed something ugly. And he said that was the game plan, was just survive the first 2 rounds.
Yeah,
that's some fight night shit, right? In the storyline?
Yeah, for sure. But like, I don't know, that would have been mine.
It almost worked though, dude.
Wow.
Think about it. If Conor,
but what gave them the idea that Khabib was gonna tire out or anything like that?
He slowed down.
You think so?
In the third, he did. Most definitely, yep. He did.
I don't know.
I think he did, and we can go back and watch it.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure we'll watch it. I don't remember. Yeah, I just
he slowed down. He didn't go for no tag. He didn't go for any takedowns like
I'm not sure.
First 3 minutes of the fight, and the first 3 minutes of the round. I mean.
Yeah.
And then he did try to go for a takedown, and Conor stuffed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think he was tired. I
don't think it was tired. I think
he was heavy.
That's what they said.
Yeah, he was.
He
heavy.
hit it on the button with that.
Right.
Dominic Cruz hit it on the button with that he's heavy.
Right.
That he feels, and what I took out of that was he was a little worn, not tired, but a little like, if you ever like lift weights, on like your third set, you're like, okay, I'm not tired, but I could feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
sure.
I understood what he said, and I thought he hit it on the nail, because Joe Rogan was like, he's not tired, and Dominic Cruz didn't mean that.
Yeah.
So, so I get the game plan. It could have paid off. I don't think it wouldn't. I don't think it was a bad game plan. But they didn't capitalize on that third round. Conor.
He still got taken. Yeah, he still got taken down.
He still got taken down. But even the shots, because he came off strong, and I'm sure that was the game plan.
Right.
And when he came off, he couldn't land that big one.
Right.
And I think that's when it goes back to training camp. Like you haven't been in an MMA fight in 2 years.
Yeah, that I believe that was a factor as well.
You haven't been in an MMA fight. You haven't thrown a serious punch with those kind of gloves in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing a punch with boxing gloves and MMA gloves, I'm sure are completely different.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
sure he sparred a little bit though.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he did.
But
I'm sure he did. John said it. He said that you bring in guys and it's a fight.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know, but yeah, like I don't know. I still stumble upon that game plan though. There's no way. Like you have to fucking knock him out. You have to knock him out. That's your weapon. Like that's your shit.
After the fact,
Khabib was tagged against Michael Jackson. We've seen
in the first round.
We've seen him, get touched, and with Conor has the touch of death. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I just see it like, I've seen Khabib go 5 rounds with Ali Quintas. People can say what they want about the performance, but like he went 5 rounds and he didn't lose a round.
Yeah,
he beat him like straight up,
clean. For sure.
Clean. And I didn't see him slow down personally. So I just feel like I don't know. Who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? But that's the thing. I'm not his coach. I'm not an MMA coach. But like I don't know. That's from my point of view. Like I don't know. Like because I feel like that was a story. Like not Michael Bisping said it. Everybody said it. It's either Conor KO from the first 2, or it's gonna be Khabib decision. And none of that happened. Khabib ended up submitting him. But it's like when so many people know that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I just feel like.
Maybe that's why they went with that game plan.
Yeah,
because,
totally true.
Because Khabib probably was like, all right, this guy's going to come out blazing.
No, that's good point. Totally good point.
Because think about it, like, in that first round, he took him down, but Conor did not use an ounce of energy.
Right.
He was just there.
It was a 10-9.
He was waiting on him. He was waiting on him to do some shit.
It was a 10-9 Khabib, but it's like it wasn't the most impressive 10-9.
Right.
He didn't hit him with anything.
He didn't even do
crazy.
Anything.
Yeah, he just held him down.
Right. And I'm sure he did that thinking that Conor was going to try to struggle to get up.
Yeah.
And Conor didn't. Conor was like, okay, make a move then.
Yeah.
And I think, that's where the game plan kind of like.
Yeah.
It kind of paid dividends because if he would have tried to struggle to get up, I don't think he would have made it through even the second round.
Yeah, maybe. He probably would have took a lot of shots.
Yeah, I'm saying so
for sure. And plus probably hoping maybe Herb Dean would fucking stand them up at one point, but
right because they were at one point. I even said, stand them up. They're not doing shit.
I understand, but like I've seen Herb ref fights like a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm watching this for a long time, and he lets guys work on the ground and in the clinch as well.
No.
So
but like
if it was like a Dan Murgliata, maybe he would probably stand him up for sure.
But think about it. The key word is work.
Yeah, for sure.
Khabib didn't really do anything.
He was advancing.
I think he was moving. He was changing guards and shit.
Technically, that's work.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I guess.
It's just because it's not punches.
He didn't throw a punch until like the last 10 seconds of that fight.
Absolutely.
10 seconds. I keep saying the fight. 10 seconds of that round.
No. I totally get it, but like I wasn't surprised that Herb didn't stand up at all. But
I think their game plans offsetted each other in that first round for sure.
For sure. But then we get to the 4th round, and I kind of forget the beginning of the 4th round. I just remember the ending. Do you remember because I haven't watched the fight since
the 4th round? Kind of just threw a couple punches,
right,
and then Khabib pinned him on the cage.
Pinned on the cage, got him, took his
got
back,
him down, and that was it.
Neck
That's
crank.
all she wrote.
Yep.
I really didn't think it was in there.
It wasn't in there.
It wasn't in there.
It was a neck crank. It was like if you're going for that type of submission, a neck crank, like you have to have like a really strong grip. Because, if you're not strong enough and you're doing that, people can totally survive that. I've seen people, overcome that many a times. But when Khabib had it, I was like, I'm pretty confident that because he's
once he took his back, I knew it was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once the back, I was like, that's it, Dad.
It was scary.
I looked at my dad. I was like, that's it.
Yep. Game over.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah.
Because my dad doesn't, my dad's a newly, this is a fight.
Watches the big
My
fights.
dad's been following this shit up more than I have.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
he took a picture with Khabib.
Well, I think he's just more like, dude, I can't believe that shit happened, right?
Oh, like the ending?
The ending, right? Like, he's like, I didn't know it was real like that. I was like, Dad, he thought they were trying to sell the fight. I was like, Dad, this shit's real. Right. Conor got arrested for reals. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
we'll get there.
We'll get there. So but I was telling my dad, I was trying to explain it to him. He's all, so what does it mean, like, when you take the back? I was like, taking the back is like stumbling someone in boxing. it's like it's almost over.
It's scary.
You know, taking the back is like
unless the guy's
no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's stumbling in boxing. It's getting wobbled in boxing.
It's a scary position to be in.
Yeah, it's a scary position to be in.
Definitely when you're.
But you could definitely overcome it.
Yeah,
you know. You know, boxing guy gets stumbled, whatever. He could still come back from that.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I feel. Yeah. Is the equivalent in MMA. You know,
I'm glad your dad's getting into it a little bit.
Yeah, he is.
That's good.
He really he's like, when's the next one? When's the next UFC?
Really? That's good.
Yeah, and I was like Nate Diaz and Poirier, and he was just like, oh, I don't know, like you know.
That's a good fight.
I told him it's a good fight.
Yeah,
I showed him Dustin Poirier,
right?
And he likes Dustin Poirier because of the last fight.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be a good fight, and especially with DC on the card now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, main eventing, a proper main event,
a proper fight.
Kinda.
Hey man, I don't know how this is gonna play out though. It's kind of like two weird styles.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. Do
you think DC is gonna be able to take him down?
Yeah, of course.
He's so much bigger, isn't he?
Yeah, that don't matter. He wrestles Kane. Like Kane's like one of the best wrestlers in the world.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm sure. Yeah, and Rockhold's bigger than.
Is that an easy win for Cormier? You think?
You know, I want to say easy because after what fucking we saw with Derek Lewis, you know. But we'll get to that. Let's stay on the Khabib and Conor thing because the aftermath of that submission.
So, yeah, Khabib the neck crank,
and you know he pushes Conor's head to the ground.
For some reason, after the tap, Khabib fucking light bulb just goes off.
Well, it doesn't go off yet. I mean, he's pumped.
It's emotion.
No, because he shoved Conor's head down.
Yeah.
And he got up and he said some shit to Conor.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so he's fucking emotional.
And it fucking turned on.
Then when he threw the mouthpiece, I was like, okay, he's getting a little emotional now. And then of course, everybody's seen it. God damn it, he hops over the fucking cage.
Hops over the fucking fence.
Jumps in, to.
Dude, that guy jumps maybe like 10 feet.
Yeah, it was pretty
10
high.
feet away.
He tries to stomp out Dylan Dennis, who was also a known dickhead in Conor's camp.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Khabib hasn't folded emotionally this whole fucking build-up.
Never.
And at the end, Dylan Dennis, out of everybody, just gets his ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, after you've...
Conor slapped the fuck out of his hand, dog, and he didn't fold.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't know. It's different because it's like, I think my brother Drew kind of compared it. Even though it's a very different comparison, it's like it's kind of like a bat flip when you fucking, like, you win the fucking walk-off home run, right? And you're full of emotion and you just fucking, like, just snap that shit. After you beat a dude's ass and you submit the guy who was talking shit to you, you feel like
you feel a type of way.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. Like I showed you the fuck up, motherfucker. You know what I mean? So that's what happened right after he fucking won, and then looking at his team still talking shit, he just he went super fucking crazy and jumped over the cage and went in the camp. Specifically at Dylan Dennis. It wasn't after John Kavanaugh or anything like that. Kavanaugh and the other is like very respectful.
Such a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Such a cool
dude. And I was kind of looking to see if John Kavanaugh was like trying to throw any punches, but he was trying to separate.
He was trying to be cool.
Yeah, he was trying to separate everything like that. And he even said on the Joe Rogan podcast that he gets why Khabib was so like pent up and everything like that.
Right.
And then somebody from Khabib's camp gets up on the cage to like go after. I was gonna say to go like calm down Khabib, but we don't know that. He could have been fucking going after Dylan Dennis too. You know what I mean? And Conor's right there in front of him, trying to get there, trying to protect his team. And then Conor sees him, takes a swipe at him, gets him pretty clean.
Yeah.
And then he's brought down by security, thankfully, because that would have been fucking.
Dude, I was actually talking to my dad about that. If Conor somehow would have managed to get out of the cage, it would have been bad, dude. It would have been bad chaos. It would have been bad. Fans would have got involved.
He probably would have jumped, too.
It would have got ugly. If that security guard, that specific security guard, saved a series of events that could have really been fucking terrible.
Yeah.
That night could have been so much fucking worse if Conor would have got out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? If Conor would have got out, not saying, I don't want to make it sound like Conor's going to go in there and beat everybody's ass.
Conor's going to kill somebody.
Yeah, no, I mean like.
That's added more chaos. That's because there's people going after, trying to get Khabib, and then there's going to be Conor going after Khabib. And
Khabib's people are going to go after Conor in that part, you know?
It's scary.
It's a lot of motherfuckers.
There's a lot of bodies in that cage.
You know what I'm saying? I think people would have got hurt.
Oh no, for sure.
You know,
I'm surprised nobody got hurt during the fucking when Khabib did.
Oh, Khabib's little cousin or whatever got
did he?
punched.
No, did he really?
Did you see his eye?
Oh yeah, I saw.
It was fucked up. I think it was his partner or some shit. I don't think it was his cousin. I think I'm bullshitting.
Could be.
I think it was his training partner.
Right.
He got. I don't know if it was Conor. He said Conor, but
well,
someone tapped him in the eye clean.
I assumed that was the guy who got.
No, that wasn't
him.
Conor. That wasn't him.
Really? Not the guy not on top of the cage.
No, that wasn't him.
All right.
I think it was there was another guy that was outside with Khabib.
Really?
Yeah, that he punched Dylan Dennis after the guy in the blue suit.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
That's Khabib's like Russian manager. Or something
I think it was him. I'm pretty sure it was him.
No, I don't think it was him.
It wasn't him?
No, it wasn't him.
I don't think it was the guy in the cage.
I think it was. That's because that's where Conor hit him, like right there.
I thought Conor hit him on the chin.
No. Well, I mean, who fucking knows? I mean,
who gives a shit?
Yeah,
you know, who gives a shit? It's gone.
But there's so many angles of this shit. I'm sure we could find out.
That's true.
But
I know. But all in all,
yeah, some people got slapped up.
It was pretty fucking crazy.
And
it's definitely one of the craziest post fights I've ever seen.
No, for sure.
And in any combat sport.
Yeah. Well, then after that happens, Conor gets caught on top of the cage. They bring him down, and then somebody from Khabib's camp runs up on him in front of him, like trying to get a piece, and like they throw punches at the same time. But at the same time, while that's happening, the guy in the red, who also is, of course, part of Khabib's camp and also fights with the UFC as well, goes on top of the cage behind Conor and
cowardly just hits him, dude.
Punches him in the face.
Yeah,
punches him like behind, not even in his face. It was like behind. Like
that's bitch made shit.
Yeah, it was cowardly for sure.
It's bitch made shit.
It was definitely cowardly, but I kind of get it. You know what I mean? Like I get it. It's cowardly for sure. It is, but like these, talked about their religion, talked about the family. Like it's like, and you try to get them on the bus. Like everything came back to Conor that night.
And I think Earl Hawani said it, the best. It's everyone's fault.
Yeah, everyone's fault. No one's right. No one's,
this shit goes back, like you said, to the bus incident.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a lot of chaos that night, and
it can even go farther than that. It goes back to when they were punking Artem.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I get that, but I mean, they didn't. They just talked to Artem. You know what I mean? They just talked to him. I mean,
Khabib grabbed him by the neck.
Grabbed him by the neck. Well, he didn't. I mean, supposedly he slapped him.
Supposedly, I didn't see it.
I didn't see that either. That's the thing. Like he just put his hand around the neck. He talked to him, talked shit or whatever.
He had him by the neck.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like, look.
It's okay. You're not hitting me. It's okay.
No, it's not.
By the neck.
But you have dudes surrounded.
No, for sure. I understand. He felt. No,
I
for sure.
I don't think I would have did any. I don't know. Maybe.
But to throw a dolly at a bus, I don't know. That's just like.
I think Conor was trying to scare the shit out of him. I don't think Conor was going to actually.
No. But the thing is, I don't think he was thinking. He was just full on like, I'm gonna fucking attack you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he didn't hurt Khabib on that bus. He hurt Michael Chiesa. Yeah. He traumatized Rose. There's a lot of people on that bus. Whether you believe everybody or not, there was other people on that bus who got the glass smashed in their faces and whatnot. Whether people want to believe it or not, like people were like startled by this only because
the fucking dolly.
Yeah, all because of the fucking dolly. Yeah, well, I'm just saying that all because there was one man in the bus that Conor was trying to get to, and everybody else got hurt besides
him. He stopped a couple fights.
Yeah, stopped a couple fights.
You're stopping people's money.
Artem can't catch a break. His fight
got canceled.
Yeah, his fight got canceled that day, and he got canceled recently, upcoming too.
And Artem didn't even do shit.
They're going to Russia though, aren't they?
Oh, they were.
Yeah, they're going to Russia. He's fighting to Khabib's teammate.
That's right.
So
they were.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yes, don't go that way.
Yeah, don't go that way. So it's like
for your life.
Yeah. So I get why they put a halt to that matchup in the future. So, but yeah, and afterwards, people were arrested. People who sucker punched Conor, and Conor did the
did the good fella thing.
Good gangster shit, and he didn't press charges.
Didn't press fucking charges.
Didn't press charges.
Which leads me, to believe Conor's going after him again, dude.
Yeah.
The story is not over.
Yeah, I personally hope he goes a different way with it though.
What do you mean, like to the build up to the second fight?
Yeah, try to make try to make it right and not make it about a region versus region. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100%.
It's between. He should. I mean,
make this about you guys.
Yeah,
I want to beat the shit out of you.
I don't care. He doesn't have to apologize and say, what, I'm sorry. But just
make this about this is between me and you.
Yeah, the
now.
promotion should be like.
And I'm sure he'll do that. But
I hope so.
I don't think the promotion will be. I disagree with you on that. They're gonna show fucking clips of the aftermath. They're gonna show.
No, for sure. I know. Are you kidding me? I think you'd be an idiot not to think
that's what I'm saying. But
for sure.
But they're definitely gonna make that a part of the story.
I don't know. Dana.
However, the fighters, Conor should be the one to say, this is between me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, fuck you guys. Whatever you guys want to be mad at, this has nothing to do with me and you. This is between me and Khabib for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I hope it goes that way because I mean that was
ugly, dude. And
that was. But thing is, like
my dad was trying to say,
what?
You know how big the UFC is now after this. I get it.
Well,
I get it.
But that was going to be my second topic of discussion after this.
Okay.
And I guess we'll get into it. But, everybody's saying it from Ariel Helwani, all the analysts, professional analysts want to say black eye to the sport. Everything's saying oh, it's a disgusting, day for MMA, which it was. Mm-hmm. But I think to MMA purists, I get it. I'm an MMA purist. That's what I'm saying. But do you feel like it black eyed the sport though? I don't think so. I personally don't think. I get why people would think that, but it's like, dude, I mean, okay. First of all, there's another topic of discussion that I wish to get into in the future. I mean, fuck it, we can get into it now. But I've seen guys like Cody Garbrandt, say on podcasts and interviews and stuff like that this shit is not a sport to him. You know what I mean? And I could understand why. Because there's a lot of fighters who've said that. This is not a sport to me. You're trying to hurt somebody in a cage. You're trying to knock them out unconscious. This is not about, I mean, yeah, there's rounds, but this is not about fucking points or, who has the most points at the end. It shouldn't be like this is a fucking fight. You know what I mean? And a fight is different. It's obvious. It's different from baseball. A fight, what do they say in the boxing term? You
can't play boxing.
Yeah, you can't. It's the same thing with MMA. You don't play MMA. This is a dangerous sport.
Mm-hmm.
Each person is trying to hurt the other. And when you bring in emotion and shit, it's a natural human reaction that Khabib had after a fight. After a fight, not a game, not a sport, a fucking fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said it. He said it in the post.
Well, yeah, he did it. He apologized to the commission, and he was like, but
I hope they give him his purse though.
I
think he does. I think they should give him enough credit. They should fine him whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think Dana said 250,000.
Yeah,
he thinks whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think you need to applaud this man. And this is a Conor fan. I'm a Conor fan. For sure. But I think you need to applaud this dude.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
This, Conor
is insulting his religion,
your religion,
yeah,
your family.
We all know, yeah.
Him just talking about my dad would have fucking, I would have flipped.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And he held his composure.
But it's the level, it's different from saying that, oh, your dad, your dad's an asshole or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't saying that.
Your dad's a fucking terrorist.
Yes.
Like a snitch.
Yeah.
A fucking snitch bitch.
And he said that, about Khabib's religion and everything like that. And,
you know what I'm saying?
And we all know.
And I hate to try to talk about religion, but right. Muslim people are really about their religion.
That's
their religion.
That's what I was gonna just say. I was like, and they take it seriously.
It's not Christianity.
No.
It's not like I'm Christian. I'm gonna fucking kill you for my Christianity.
Yeah.
Muslims will die for their shit. You know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that's what I was just gonna say. I was like, they take it very seriously. Yeah. It's known for that.
Mm-hmm.
And Conor chose. Whether Conor was doing that on emotion or fight promotion, whatever. Once you bring it there, it's
That's what Khabib was saying, and I agree with him.
I agree as well.
There's some things you don't bring into the the fight game.
Mm-hmm. If
religion being one of them.
For sure. But the thing is, these are choices that Conor made, and I feel like I said, everybody.
What? Time out. Pause this shit.
Pause. Okay.
You're not recording.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking fucking news.
Dustin
sorry.
Poirier out of 230.
God damn.
Due to undisclosed injury.
What
the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad, dude. I was looking forward to that fight.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And I hate to have looked at my phone, but it just buzzed me right now.
Right.
Hold on.
So apparently
Poirier suffered an undisclosed injury and won't fight Nate Diaz at MSG.
Damn.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. It happens, man.
man,
it's depressing. It sucks. That was a great.
We'll get to that, but let's finish off the Khabib
for
Conor.
sure.
But yeah, dude, you don't go into you know, religion and shit.
Yeah. But
Conor did it. You know, those are Conor tactics. Those are Conor tactics.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, like, I was like, you have a choice, and he chose to go there for the promotion. Well,
But I think Joe Rogan said it the best. He's like, how far is too far?
Yeah, for sure. No.
You know?
I mean, that's the case with all fights in general.
And I was talking to my dad, and I was like, kind of, when I talk to my dad about MMA, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Like I'm asking myself questions.
Right.
I'm asking him questions just so I can answer them myself. You know what I mean? Right. So I was telling him, like, you know, when he fought Jose Aldo, you know, it seemed like, damn, like he's going a little far, you know? Mm-hmm. A little far. Right. Nate Diaz, the water bottle incident. It's like, fuck, you guys are going a little too far. Yeah. You know, and it seems like he ups the ante every fucking time. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah,
but the thing is, like, after the Aldo fight, he went up to Aldo and said, you know, we could do it again. Mm-hmm. After both Diaz fights, embrace at the end. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they both said in the media, like Conor and Khabib, you know, they asked him, you know, will there be a handshake afterwards? No way. And both said no way.
No way. You know, what did Conor say? I liked what Conor said. He's like, you know, if you can't make peace in the end, or what did he say? He said something like, you can't make peace in the end, aim between the eyes. I was fuck, right. Dude. These guys, you gotta think about it, man. These are different cultures that are coming together. Yeah. Irish people are very proud people. Mm-hmm. I went out there for the weigh-in in Las Vegas, and I talked to a few Irish dudes.
You've been to the Mayweather one too.
I've been in the atmosphere of these Irishmen. Yeah. And these are proud motherfuckers, man. I don't think I've ever seen I don't want to say a race, but a culture. Yeah. So proud of their people. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm Mexican, and you know Mexicans we're very proud people, but we don't come out to support our fighters the way the Irish do. Mm-hmm. They come out in full force. Right. Mexico is not as far as Ireland is. Yeah, and Ireland people come from fucking Ireland. Like,
these people are spending money.
Exactly. Right. These people are very proud people, but they're very, and Conor is a very bad example of this, but they're very humble people. Right. You know, you see, at the weigh-ins, you know, you've seen a couple of Khabib fans, and you see Irish people going, you know, ole, whatever. But, you know, you see Khabib fans and Irish people kind of joking back with each other. Like, really? Like, yeah, we're going to beat your ass or whatever. But it's all fun and games. Like, they tap each other's shoulder, and it's all fun and games. And that's what it's about. Right. You know what I mean? Mm. And that's where it should stay. It shouldn't be. For sure. You know, you shouldn't be attacking the religion. You shouldn't. I think Conor might have took it too far this time.
Oh, for sure.
This time around, for sure.
Yeah, and it makes it look worse because I mean, after he lost, you know, he looked very.
He looked defeated.
Yeah, he did. He looked defeated, and like, you know, I mean, nobody's a rocket scientist to figure this out, but you know, Conor is very competitive. Mm-hmm. And even after the whole melee brawl, he told Dana, he's like, I'm not mad about this. I'm mad about that I lost the fight. Yeah. And that shows, you know, I think that shows really strong.
That shows strong character.
Yeah, very strong character.
And where his mind is really.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. And like, you know, that's what it looked like to me after like everything. Like he was just mad disappointed that he lost in front of, you know, those proud people. You know what I mean? That he knows everybody shows up. You know what I mean, for him and everything like that. But I mean, part of me, because like, you know, I've seen Khabib's first fight in the UFC. I've seen Conor's first fight in the UFC. So seeing this fight was crazy, just crazy.
Yeah, because you've seen how they both came up.
Yeah, so. And it was just like, wow, again. And the thing is, like, after the aftermath, I was like, and this is, you know, it should have been just the best versus the best, you know, which it was, but it was a lot more. It was a lot more than that, obviously, after the result and whatnot.
Dude, and then you got guys like, not even guys, the president of Russia involved. Mm-hmm. You know, saying that
he was proud of Khabib.
He was proud of Khabib. It's like, you know how far this shit got? Yeah. That you had world leaders fucking tuned in?
Yeah. He was watching the fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not fucking 8 o'clock over there in Russia, dog.
No, for sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
they're in a different time zone watching this fight.
Mm-hmm. It's
the world leaders, guys that are worried about that are in charge of countries.
It was
going at war.
It was insane.
And you're tuned into this is how far that you guys took it.
Yeah, yeah.
Or not even you guys, fucking Conor took it.
Yeah. You know, Conor, I mean, I do think Conor is to blame partially. But like we said at the end, like no wrongs, you know, like two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
Khabib, you know, I don't want to say he should have because like I you know, we're seeing a lot of that in the media, you know, like, oh, you know, he should have been more professional. It was like, you've probably never been in a fight before, and motherfucker talking about, you know, your religion and family. Like we said earlier, it's fucking personal. I really do not blame Khabib for doing what he did, but I don't blame
Khabib, but I am really pissed off on how
his team
reacted for sure.
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, I get it, but the cowardly act of hitting Conor from behind was very it was a bitch move. It was
and especially cowardly. Not only that, it's cowardly to hit someone from behind already, but a man that was just defeated, you know, a man that just got his ass beat.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cheap, dude.
Big time. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
but I mean, yeah, absolutely. You know,
you already beat him.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no need to. You know, you already made the point.
Mm-hmm.
You guys fucked him up.
There was a guy who posted on social media. You know, I thought it was a pretty solid point. He was like, you got your ass beat and that's it. But that shit after the fight, that shit's the shit. That's what the fuck happens for the bus. That's for the bus incident. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which I get, but I mean, again,
I saw that video.
Yeah,
I saw that
which
video
is funny. It was funny.
And he kind of made a valid point. He goes, because he's all, if that was McGregor that went out the cage and started fighting, I would have been like, damn, Conor's the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fair point.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a fair point. If that was Conor that jumped out of the cage and tried to fight all the Russians,
you'd be jizzing.
I'm jizzing. Yeah. Connor's the shit. Connor's gangster as fuck.
For sure.
But I hate Khabib, so I don't give a fuck. I'm biased, bro. I'm the biased guy in this fucking podcast, so whatever.
I understand. Your love for Conor goes
it's beyond fighting.
I love Conor too, but you know, I mean, I love Khabib too. Like I said, I've seen these guys their first fucking fights. You know what I mean? I've seen both of them. You know what I mean? And I was low key kind of like, I mean, I wasn't.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Huh. Were you happy that Khabib won?
No, fuck no. Fuck no. Well, fuck no times 10. Before, but I thought what he did was gangster as fuck.
No, for sure. But like, for what I was gonna say is like, I was kind of happy Khabib won because Conor always gets the praise. Conor's always the person getting talked about, and you know and Khabib's possibly one of the scariest 155ers in the world.
And I think that's where, you know, my dad kind of gained the love for Khabib, because my dad loves Khabib now. All of a sudden, wants to buy a fucking sweater and shit. But my dad's always been the kind of guy that to root for the underdog. And I was telling him, you know, Dad, Khabib was actually the favorite in this fight.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, on paper.
Right.
But when you go to a fan base,
for sure. Yeah.
When you go to money,
generic,
you know,
general fans,
general audience members,
general fans.
Khabib's nowhere near a favorite. He's the underdog here.
People expect McGregor to starch him in the first, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah. So, and I was like, I get it. You know, I get it. I guess technically, you know, not on paper, he is the underdog. Right, Khabib was the guy that was supposed to lose. Conor was supposed to knock this dude out.
Right. End story. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So. So I get it. You know, what Khabib did was pretty gangster as fuck.
It's crazy.
Quote unquote dope.
Yeah.
You know,
quote unquote
like
dope.
You know, like
if it was Conor, like you said,
if it was Conor, I would have fucking jizzed my pants.
Right.
But like, you gotta think, man, the balls on Khabib to fucking jump in a pro-Irish crowd.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck.
You
know, not giving a fuck about life. Mm-hmm. Not giving a fuck if there's a bottle on the floor when you're barefooted.
That's what I was thinking, what I'm saying? Too. That's true.
Fuck.
And even after the aftermath too, like like Dana was saying, you know, like if we put this belt on you, people are gonna throw shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And Khabib was
and I think he was spot on.
He was spot on.
He was spot on, but I think
Khabib
being pissed about it.
Yeah. Well, Khabib's response, he was like, "I'm ready for this." And I was like, "Fuck."
Khabib.
I was like, yeah, but you had Luke Rockhold in DC trying to calm him down.
If Khabib wasn't fighting Conor, I'd probably like him. But whatever.
Well, I mean, with all that being said, I mean, people are talking about a rematch,
which was what I was going to ask you next. Mm-hmm. Where do we go from here?
Well, I mean, we don't know. That's the thing. Khabib could get suspended, possibly stripped if suspended. He's not going to be stripped because of the action.
If they suspend him, for
whatever
4 to 6 months.
Not even that. The visas too.
The visas too,
which was a very talked about issue.
Yeah, but that's if the law was involved.
For sure,
the law's out of it now.
Right.
You know,
for sure.
I think the visas are going to be cleared.
Okay.
You know, the visas are going to be fine. They're going to be intact. I don't think that's going to be the issue because there's no law involved. No one's getting in trouble from their camp. No charges were pressed.
Right.
As far as like, fighting in Vegas again, the fucking governor of governor of Nevada was there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it was,
and he had to be rushed out from what they were saying.
Mm-hmm. But well, just to get back to I feel like the only reason why a rematch is being, thought of is because of the aftermath. Yeah. And plus Conor is a very proud person. He wants the rematch himself.
But I think that rematch would have happened regardless.
Not for sure.
And let me explain why. When Nate Diaz won, he tapped out Conor in the second round.
Yeah. Well, yeah, keep going.
He tapped him out.
Right.
Decisive win. Made him tap.
Yeah, decisive though. He got his ass kicked in the first round.
He did. He got his fucking ass beat, but he was never out of the fight. He was not even hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think he was hurt at all.
Yeah.
He got fucked up.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
But that guy has. My brother could sock him. He'll probably start bleeding. Right. Scar tissue.
Mm-hmm.
But it was dominant from Nate Diaz's side in the second round.
Yeah.
He beat him, and right away Nate Diaz was like, "What's next?"
Right.
He was ready to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Conor got the rematch.
Yeah.
And made it.
No. Yeah.
The second fight was close.
Yeah.
I think Conor won.
But the thing is, like, we all know why there was a rematch for that one. I besides the melee, I really don't see why Conor would deserve a rematch. Personally.
You can sell it as.
No, you could sell it as anything. No, you could sell the fight. That's cheating. Don't go there.
No. I mean, you can make the argument that Conor was out for 2 years.
Yeah.
He wasn't 100% all the way in.
Sure.
Which is why I think, and I wish he would just fight someone like Anthony Pettis next.
Right.
Me personally.
Mm-hmm.
It's an exciting fight on paper.
Yeah.
You have a guy who is the guy.
Because
I think Conor's still the guy.
No, for sure. He's the face.
Yeah.
He's the pay-per-view king.
Yeah. So you have the guy who's the guy versus the guy who was supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
I think it makes for a great fight.
For sure. No, for sure. I mean, I personally don't like Pettis' chances, but I think it's a good fight for Conor.
And I don't like to use tune-up in MMA, because you can have a guy just have an off night. And you'll get beat by nobody.
For sure.
MMA is different.
For sure.
It's not boxing.
For sure. I don't know for sure. But there is guys who it's not hard to pick who's going to win the fight, personally.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to doubt Pettis, but I feel like, the thing is, I feel like I would,
You'd favor Conor.
I would favor Conor. I wouldn't call it a tune-up fight, though. I wouldn't call it a tune-up fight, but it is a good fight for Conor to come back to,
to get the feels of
to get the feels. It is, yeah.
Octagon.
No, for sure. But I gotta say, man, if there would be a rematch, I would favor Khabib, me personally.
I think I would too.
Yeah, it's a tough fight for Conor to overcome, But
what's the game plan? I think go for broke.
Well,
either win in the first two or bust.
For me, that should have been the first game plan.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But I think they were thinking more technical, and I understand it. But
you learn from your.
That's what I'm saying. You learn from your mistakes, and sure. I think Stephen A said it. right?
Stephen A talking to MMA. This is crazy.
But he made a point.
What did he say?
I think it was him. I don't want to give him the credit.
Yeah, don't give him too much credit.
No, I don't want to give him the credit. But from what I heard,
what did he say? Or
what I heard, not heard from other people, from what I heard him saying, was, a winner in a match can only go off of what he did to win the match.
Absolutely.
A loser can go off of what he didn't do right.
Absolutely.
And learn from that.
Yeah. It's easier. It's a lot. I don't want to say easier, but you could you learn. Yeah, like
you learn more when you lose.
You learn more when you lose.
You learn more about.
You look at the tape. You know what you did wrong. You know what you should do.
Let's not to do to fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
Khabib goes in there with the same game plan. You know, let's fucking take this guy to the ground and beat his ass.
But I don't know. I just feel like it's the same realm as like, you know. I mean, I'm gonna say the same exact thing in the rematch. Conor's either got to starch him in the first two,
I'm with
and
you.
after that, Khabib's the favorite no matter what. That's how it was this fight. That's how it is going to be the second fight. Now it's all about executing it. That's all it's about.
I'm with you. I think Conor goes in there and pressures the fuck out of this guy.
Right. Got to.
Don't let this motherfucker breathe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nate Diaz.
Throw punches in the process.
Like Nate Diaz type fucking pressure. You know what I'm saying?
If he should pressure.
That's what I was talking about. I was talking to my dad because my dad, I was like, you know, Khabib could possibly face the winner of Poirier and
potentially.
Nate. Well, it was.
We'll get to that.
And I was like, he's a how do you think Nate Diaz would do? I was like, I think, you know, Nate Diaz is good on the ground too. Maybe not Khabib, you know.
No, but jiu-jitsu. But he's a killer.
Nate Diaz pressure fighting Khabib. Yeah, I think Khabib's in trouble, bro.
Yeah, but
I think I'd favor Nate Diaz more in a fight with Khabib than Conor.
Maybe, but I was gonna tell you, I was like, do you think really like pressuring a wrestler is a good idea?
When you're up close and personal on him,
right.
I mean,
you have to throw punches, bro.
You have to. No, and Nate Diaz does that.
Yeah, for sure.
But like when you're up in, if I'm all up in your grill, right?
Yeah.
You can't really shoot for a takedown. I'm all up in your grill.
Right.
You're gonna try to go for a takedown and hit my chest. You know, I don't know.
But if Khabib gets your chest, you know, gets to your chest and hugs you, you're going down. I personally think
stay on the outside.
Stay on the outside. Play your fucking game plan. Find your fucking range.
Find your range.
Shoot your left. Mm-hmm. You know the game plan that should have been on Saturday. In my opinion.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
That's how I feel.
I thought he was gonna starch him up too.
If you pressure Khabib, he's when a wrestler gets pressured, he's gonna go for the takedown. Come after him, like, okay, you can come after me all you want. If I get a hold of your leg, I'm taking you down. And Khabib's a scary guy to do that to.
Yeah.
So I just think Conor should stay on the outside. You know what I mean, like far away as possible. Now having his leg out for the takedown, and just find his range and fucking starch him with the first opening you see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which he totally could
do.
I
remember talking to you like yesterday or something. And I was like, dude, why didn't Conor go after him in the first round, right? And I watched the fight again. Mm-hmm. He did.
Yeah.
He tried touching him up like the first minute in the fight.
He was
and then he stopped. Mm-hmm. He fucking stopped out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, he got taken down too after
yeah, he did. So he did. But
that's what I'm saying. I was like, you gotta stay on the outside. You gotta stay away from him. You can't. Maybe he probably fought on the motion, like you said. You know what I mean? Straight up, could potentially been. But I mean, at the end of the day, who knows when this rematch will happen?
I was gonna tell you what's your prediction in the next 6 months of where this goes.
I have no idea, man. I really don't.
If you had to like,
the thing is, like, I don't know, because like those commissions, Nevada especially, are incompetent when it comes to punishments, punishments and whatnot, and knowing the sport.
Dude,
shit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So like, John Jones is still able to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Khabib's a different guy. Khabib's Russian. He can barely speak any English. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be a little too rough on him, personally. You know what I mean? I think that's just a theory, but we won't know. We won't find out till the next up and coming months. But I mean, we would definitely see. I mean, in my opinion, definitely sometime next year, later next year.
Think so?
If you going on
like in the late next year, like October.
Okay, if you're telling me right now, straight up, like not knowing what Khabib's punishment is gonna be, what's gonna happen to Conor, anything like that. If you want me to make a fucking guess, like just out of the fucking blue, I think sometime of next year, August, sometime a little bit after that, in August maybe.
You don't think John Kavanaugh hit on the button with the St. Patrick's Day?
Well, no. Conor could totally fight. I thought you meant like the rematch. Or you mean Conor, just
any of them in general? Where do you think?
I really can't guess, man. We know Conor. Conor's not gonna want to fight Pettis.
I don't know, man. Conor might go in there for fucking next month.
Yeah, for sure.
He might fight Nate Diaz next month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, let's just get to that then. Breaking news. We said earlier, fucking
Poirier out.
Undisclosed injury. Undisclosed injury. He bowed out, unfortunately.
How do you feel about that?
It sucks. Yeah. It's a sport, though. I'm not mad at Poirier.
Think about where this leaves Nate Diaz. It took a lot for him to come back, right?
Right.
It took a lot for him.
Yeah, he might not even fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what's gonna keep him there?
Conor.
That's what I'm saying.
Not for sure. Yeah, you can
But
make
check
that
it out.
fight.
So-
That fight's got to be the main event.
I was just about to get to that. It makes it the main event now, right?
If they were to make that, yeah. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC strips Khabib just for that.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't want Conor to win then.
I don't know. If Conor wins the
I don't
belt,
want him to win. Like, I want him to beat Khabib for the fucking belt.
Not for sure. But that's the name of the game. We've seen the UFC do this before. Like,
What if Conor don't step in there? What if it's Ferguson?
oh, that's another possibility as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to see how Ferguson does because Ferguson got stuck a little bit. He got dropped, hurt. I don't know. Yeah, Ferguson's a possibility as well. But the thing is, like, it wouldn't surprise me if the UFC pulls off some bullshit interim title bullshit in there.
You think so?
Yeah. If they don't strip Khabib, I mean, they've done it to
If
people
he
in the
gets
past.
suspended for 4 to 6 months and they don't strip him, I think that's bullshit.
Right.
Because Ferguson,
Yeah, he was out for like 3-4 months, and they stripped
his
him.
ass.
Mhm.
You know,
Dominic
I think
Cruz is like,
I feel like they'll be doing Khabib dirty if
Yeah,
they
they probably
that.
will.
If they did that.
but the thing is, like, they've been doing this, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, don't be surprised if we see an interim or not the definitive lightweight championship, lightweight championship. So, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's gotta. I mean, I don't know. It depends on because I don't know if Nate Diaz is gonna want to come out for Tony.
I was like, yeah, I think the only way Nate Diaz stays in there is Conor.
Conor or bust. I don't know. We'll see. We should probably check Nate's social media. See if he said anything.
Let me see what he's saying.
No, I'm on the laptop. Let me see. Let me get it. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Nate Diaz. Poirier injured. Tony Ferguson versus. Okay, these are people, tweeting. Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz seems too unrealistic, but a guy can dream.
What did he say?
Luke Thomas said that. Ariel Helwani tweeted, no comments from Nate Diaz right now. As first reported by Brett Tomiko, I think that's his name. His UFC 235 versus Dustin Poirier is off after Poirier recently suffered an injury. No word on if he'll remain on the card. That was tweeted 36 minutes ago. So Nate still hasn't commented at the moment. But yeah, we got a free slot in there, But you got to be somebody if Nate's gonna want to come out. So, and right now the only person is Conor. I wonder if they could make that work. That's like in a month.
Well, he was saying he wanted maybe to get on that card in the press conference.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
But I don't know. After that beating, I think you need to just regroup.
Yeah.
As a fan of Conor, I don't think he should take that fight. You have too much on your fucking mind. If you go in there and get your fucking ass beat, dude, your spirit's gonna be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? And I have no idea where he would go from there if he lost.
Apparently, Justin Gaethje might be the favorite to go in there.
I would be down.
That'd be a fucking brawl.
Yeah, I'd be down for that fight. But I think Nate's gonna ask for more money. Yeah, I'd be down to see a Justin Gaethje fight. Justin Gaethje, Nate Diaz. That's like
Someone said Ferguson's ready.
Ferguson. I'm sure Ferguson's ready. I don't know.
Justin Gaethje is ready for action. Fuck.
A lot of tough motherfuckers, man. Who's who? 3.
McGregor, Diaz. 3.
Somebody's already making the fucking.
That shit looked actually tight though, to be honest.
No, that was the first poster that they.
Oh, was
did.
it?
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they just added the fucking 3 in there. It was either the second or the third one.
Damn, I'm kind of sour though, dude.
Why? Oh yeah, because that was a good fight. That was a great fight.
Yeah, man.
Sour too.
On paper, that was great.
Well, I mean, the thing is, when you're an MMA fan, you just gotta, you really shouldn't think a fight is gonna happen until the actual after the weigh-ins because
Max Holloway steps in.
Oh fuck! Don't get
Don't get your fucking dick hard.
Yeah, see, the way Hector is a mark for Conor, I'm a mark for Max Holloway. I love Max Holloway.
Yeah, man. Everybody's saying Justin Gaethje. It might be him.
I wouldn't mind that at all. If you could, if you were to tell me what's the closest thing you could get to a Poirier versus Nate Diaz fight, it's that fight right there. So
yeah.
So yeah, that's a potential one.
Yeah, Gaethje's tough, dude.
Yeah, Gaethje's a tough motherfucker. He's crazy. He's not human. he's fucking, he's like a zombie in there. No matter what he gets hit with, he keeps coming.
Fucking Poirier.
Hey, man. It's a sport, dude. That's what I said. You really shouldn't get hyped to a fight until the actual day of or the weigh-in, because this sport, when you're training so many disciplines and everything like that. A lot of people think
Conor's going in there, dude.
I'm sure there's a lot of people.
I'm sure they're going to talk to him about it. Or you think they're going to wait till shit cools down with him?
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, with Conor's mindset, how we know how he is.
What if you think? Check it out. Just simple scenario. Conor takes the fight. He calls Dana right. He's on the phone with Dana right now.
Right.
Give me that fucking fight. I want to whoop someone's ass.
Yeah.
He goes in there and just fucking tears Diaz up, dude.
Starch him?
Just tears his ass up.
Now you have a fucking legit rematch to sell. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? But check it out. I was talking to my dad. I was like, as long as Conor's been out, Nate's been out longer.
No, for sure. Yeah, that was the last time he fought.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Nate. Fuck, I don't know. I think now I'm thinking about it, I like Conor's chances in that fight.
Yeah.
He's been more active than Diaz.
For sure. And at 155 too.
At 155.
Yeah, 155 as well. That's another thing. But I mean,
Conor's already at that weight. You might as fuck, dude.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Back-to-back months on a pay-per-view.
But the thing is, like, I was gonna ask you before you said that. I was like, we know how Conor's mindset is. About he lost to this guy. He wants to fight that guy.
Yeah.
Do you think his mindset would be like, okay, I want to fight Nate Diaz?
I think.
Because I don't think he'd be thinking that.
I don't know. I think
the wound is still fresh.
The wound is very fresh. It's only days.
Yeah, so it's like, I still feel like he has his set on Khabib right now. I don't think any other fight interests him right now.
Check it out.
That comes later.
Check it out. Let's just say he takes it.
For sure.
He's killing two birds with one stone. Yeah. He's getting that tune-up fight I was talking about.
For sure.
Not a tune-up fight. Yeah. I mean, like a fight that you're gonna get. You're gonna get your shit back. You're gonna
probably
most likely feel how it is to get to be in the UFC again.
Even though Nate's been out long, Nate did fucking get off the couch for Conor the first fight and he managed to beat him.
Yeah, that's true.
Eating tacos in Cabo or something like that. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know.
I don't want to call Nate a tune-up fight.
No, he's not a tune-up fight.
No, definitely not a tune-up fight. He's definitely a contender, especially for that belt right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think Conor should wait a little bit. Plus the wound.
He should kick back.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I just think you're at that weight already.
Ideal, I guess, but like,
I mean, technically, how much damage did he take?
No, I mean, not. I mean, I don't think I would be looking at it that way. If he loses this fight with Nate, I mean, goodbye Khabib fight.
His spirit, yeah, right.
That's a risk. Right. That's a risk. You know what I mean? So, that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Think of the balls on Conor.
No, for sure, he's really ballsy.
Trying to fight.
Well, we already knew that though. Yeah. We already knew how ballsy Conor is. He is the. He's a tough motherfucker.
I don't think they do count Conor, and I'll tell you why. There's not enough hype up for that fight. I think they're gonna want to promote that fight.
Press conferences. Right. No, for sure. I don't think that's the reason. I mean, I'm sure they would love a lot more time with it, but I mean, just the fact that the risk. I just think that's it. Like, if Conor loses again, goodbye Khabib fight, goodbye that. That's my. If I put my promoter hat on, you know what I mean. Like, that's my thinking.
That's true. That's true. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah. If anything, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Connor's so unpredictable. I don't even know.
He is unpredictable. We don't know.
You might see him fucking signed up for tomorrow.
I don't know. We'll see.
But it looks like Justin Gaethje right now.
That's fine with me. Let Justin Gaethje get that win, man. Or not win.
Dang, I already calling the win,
dog?
No,
I shouldn't be doing that. Actually, would favor Nate Diaz in that fight, though. That's tailor-made for him. I think it'd be a dope-ass fight, though. But yeah, we'll see.
Someone said Jorge Masvidal.
I'd be down for that. 170 or 150. He can make 155. I like Jorge Masvidal. He's a brawler. He's mad technical too. Actually, I shouldn't call him a brawler. But yeah, who knows, man?
I don't think Ferguson would want to take that fight, dude. He wants that championship fight.
I'm sure, but I mean, if they tell him like, okay, this is for an interim title, I'm sure he'll fucking take it personally. And he's been wanting Nate as well. He wants
Ferguson.
He's wanted a Nate fight, so I think that would like get his juices flowing for that one too. And honestly, I think I would actually favor Tony in that fight, kind of.
Really?
Yeah. Tony style.
I don't think. I think I'm favoring almost a lot of people over Nate just because he hasn't been in there.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Fair point. But yeah, man. What a.
Very upsetting though.
Oh no, for sure.
Very upsetting.
That's the game though. A lot of. When you practice so many disciplines, jiu-jitsu, rolling around, striking, kickboxing, Muay Thai, whatever the fuck. Like, it's, when you're practicing so many things.
That was going to be a brawl, bro.
Yeah, it was going to be a good fight. But I'm just engaged. He's a brawl too, man. If there's anybody who's close, like, to make that, a reality and, like, come close to a Poirier-Diaz fight, it's that fight. Justin Gaethje, in my opinion. But only time will tell. It's a big card. And we'll I guess we get to get into it, but isn't that the card that DC got announced to defend?
DC Derek Lewis.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of weird.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised because Derek Lewis has become a viral sensation ever since.
I think Errol Hawani said he gained like 600,000 followers in the last 3 days.
And I believe that is partially the reason why he's got the title shot.
Yeah.
The UFC
pays attention. Just of
UFC pays attention to that, absolutely.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I
mean, but he was ranked number 3. It's not like it's crazy.
That's very true. It's not like it's crazy.
It's not like it's that just because of that.
But it's funny because like even he said after the fight, he's like title shot, shit. He's like I gotta get my fucking ass back. You know what I mean? He said, but like I mean, shit. I mean, if the number 12 guy gets told if he wants a title fight, he'd probably take it too. But the thing is, like, I have my buddy Jeff who's like really hardcore into this stuff. Like, like me and him talk about this like all the time. But like the heavyweight division is like really weak.
It needs work.
Yeah, it needs yeah.
And as high ranked as Derek Lewis is, he didn't look that great.
Yeah, that wasn't a number 2 level fighter.
I think it kind of gets blinded by how great the fucking fight ended.
Yeah,
but he didn't,
for sure.
And he didn't look great though.
No, he didn't look good. He was losing the entire fight.
Yeah.
Damn, how does yeah, that's kind of like it's crazy.
So how do you see that fight going?
I think DC takes him down, submits him.
Submits him?
Yeah, I think submits him.
Okay.
I think it's I mean
it's pretty obvious, right? Yeah, it's pretty. I mean that's the easy.
I mean in DC, DC's a good striker. He's a decent striker, so it's like, if it goes past 2, Derek Lewis was gassed in the 3-rounder.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he did wing out that fucking right, like was it a right hand? Right hand
from hell.
Yeah, and so that's always a possibility, and that's going to be a selling point to the fight. But I'm pretty secure. I'm pretty safe in saying that I think DC's gonna
outclass him.
Yeah, outclass him. Yeah. Leg kicks, body kicks.
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be close at all.
No. But yeah, that's the main event to Madison Square Garden. So that's kind of crazy. If you would have told me Derek Lewis would be main eventing a fucking UFC. Madison Square Garden show for the title, I would have been like, God damn, man, you're fucking crazy.
You're high as fuck.
It's crazy. I'm low key happy for him though.
Yeah.
I've been following him for like 3 years. Oh shit. Technical difficulties here.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been following his Instagram page and like he's so fucking funny and just like the fact that he made that interview after the fight so entertaining and had so many people laugh.
That shit went viral.
We were dying, dude.
That shit went viral.
We were dying, man. It was crazy.
Lil Wayne said Derek Lewis is my favorite fighter.
Yeah, like, he became a star.
Yeah,
in a way, overnight. For sure. And I mean, he could thank Conor and Khabib for that too, because I mean that was
no one's tuned in.
Yeah, for sure.
For you.
Yeah, no one knew who you were before this.
Exactly.
But since then, like you've grown like 600,000 pounds. That's insane. I think
that's pretty crazy.
It's pretty cool to see though too. You know what I mean? And the fact that they better fucking hype this guy up. You know what I mean? Have
So, as far as what happened with the whole, brawl after the fight, we were talking about, does this black guy the sport?
Give it a black eye, makes it, yeah. Keep going.
At the time, you don't want to see that. You think it's ugly. It ruins, Khabib's fucking, quote unquote celebration as a win. He doesn't get wrapped around with the belt.
Maybe
you don't get the post fight interview.
Right. And I mean, it
takes away from a lot.
No, for sure.
But
I'm sure that hurt Khabib too, not having to get the title put on him.
And as far as black eyeing the sport, I think it did the exact opposite.
Yeah, I think so.
I think at the time I was, it's kind of fucked up the way it looks.
Right.
But looking back on it, think of how much more recognition.
Yeah. I was gonna say. Just ask. You said your dad.
Think about how many people know who Khabib is now.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Dana could say what he wants.
Say what he wants, saying it's bad.
Right.
But the only one that won is Dana White.
For sure. If you get a rematch between these two,
I'm telling you, Paul, it's gonna be up there with the Floyd Mayweather numbers.
Oh, for sure.
Like in the top 2, top 3.
Absolutely. That's what we said. Dana can say whatever he wants. He's disappointed, whatever the fuck. You're putting that footage up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see clips of that brawl that no one else saw.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, come on, man. Let's not get too I get it. Why? Like I said earlier, I get why people think it would be a black eye in the sport, but like I said earlier, it was more than just a sport. It's not a sport.
It's not a
These
sport.
motherfuckers are fighting for their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more than just a fucking sport.
Yep.
Whatever people want to make it out to be, that's what Ariel said. Covering the sport or whatever. It's like, dude, it got more than that. You know what I mean? And nobody could deny that this is gonna generate more money.
That's all it is.
More money.
Think of how much people are gonna pour into that shit.
Yeah.
Just because they want to see if something else happens.
Yeah, exactly.
For the simple fact of curiosity of what is to come.
What if Conor wins? Is he gonna jump the shit?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities, man.
And these are questions I have too. How does Conor react?
Yeah.
If he wins, does he go to the fucking cage and say "fuck you" to everybody?
No.
Because when he beat Nate Diaz, it was surprise, surprise, motherfucker. The king is back. He did it back.
Yeah, it's different though. I think that's fine. He didn't say "fuck you, Diaz." Like he didn't say disrespectful shit. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't the level. The level is different, I think. But I see what you're saying for sure. I see what you're saying. But yeah, people can say what they want. Did you hear Dana White's fucking shit excuse? He was like, I'm sure there's a lot of soccer moms who bought this for the kids and everything like that. I was like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I'm sure the soccer mom wants to see what the fuck happens next, man. Fucking crazy bastard. You crazy?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, the thing is, like, you get why Dana says these things because he's trying to save face.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be represented. I get it, but at the same time, dude, if you manage to get a rematch between these two within next year or something like that. We were saying this is the biggest UFC event in UFC history. Guess what?
The rematch blows it out the water.
Way bigger. And then some.
And then you think about Nate Diaz, Conor 3, and it's like not even relevant anymore.
Dude, UFC's so lucky to have Conor.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
You think about Nate Diaz and Nate Diaz 3.
Right.
Conor and Nate Diaz.
For sure.
It's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, it blows. Yeah. It's
not even in the conversation anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And I didn't think Bad Blood could get any bloodier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially when it came to Nate Diaz and Conor, I was like, damn, that's the biggest beef I've ever seen.
Right.
This is different now.
Not for sure.
And Conor said it. The war goes on.
No, for sure.
It
will.
He's ready. Dude.
I hope so. But the thing is, I hope he doesn't take it.
Like you said, I hope he keeps it in the octagon
between them.
Says it that is between them.
Right.
Because you don't want to see that shit, dude.
No.
As entertaining and how crazy it was, I don't want to see a brawl after the fight. I don't want to see Conor get in trouble. Yeah. I don't want to see
Conor get jumped.
I don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see that.
It really pissed me off.
No, I get it. No, trust me. Like I said earlier, I'm in the the point of view of like I understand why Khabib went so crazy. I understand why those fucking crazy Russian bastards jumped Conor. But the thing is, like, it's not right, and I don't want to see it because it makes me sad. Because like that's not like you said earlier. Conor was defeated. He lost. He was just in a fucking fight. Yeah. And it's like it's stupid. Like you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Like as a moral level. But you could make an argument Conor crossed that moral level a long time ago, but still, like you said, I don't want to see that shit. Like you said,
a winner and that's it.
You know what I mean? You guys don't have to shake hands. Fuck it. You don't have to shake hands.
Exactly.
You don't have to shake hands. Whatever.
You don't even have to say good things about each other.
Yeah.
But just
fight could be over, winner, loser,
keep
whatever.
it in the fucking octagon. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. Yeah.
That shit ends when you walk out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
I get it. Yeah. But I have a theory.
Let's hear it.
It's a stupid theory though.
Oh, hey man, that's what
I think Oscar De La Hoya is gonna ask Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz to do some stupid shit after their fights. Am I over or under? I personally do think so.
Yeah, I think you're. I think you don't. I don't think you're far off.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
So that's so Oscar De La Hoya too.
Let's talk about that because remember Oscar said his account got hacked. You know,
he's so full of shit.
We're a boxing podcast as well, and you know, look at I love Oscar as you know, as what he's done for boxing.
He deleted that tweet too.
Yeah, he deleted. Well, the thing he said he got hacked. But
full of shit. Come on.
I don't know, man.
How many times do you get? Who the fuck wants to hack you on that night? You know what I'm saying?
Even if they were to hack you, do you think calling McGregor fans disgusting is the worst thing they could possibly do?
Exactly.
No. You know what I mean? No.
Come on.
He's probably drunk. He's probably on one.
He's full of shit.
Yeah, for sure.
No one was hacked. This guy said, McGregor fans disgusting. Congrats, Khabib. When I hack an account, if I'm hacking an account, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I have a shrimp dick or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Bernard Hopkins kisses so wonderfully.
I faked that body shot with Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah,
you know
people are gonna say shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, dude.
No, for sure.
No one's gonna be like, I hacked his account. I'm gonna talk about this fight right now.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
gonna get him so much trouble.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
Come on. It's such a statement where it's like it's not off.
Yeah,
it's not off of like. It's just retarded. And to say that you got hacked is fucking full of shit.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah,
it's so stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb. But yeah, that was UFC 229. 229, that's what it was?
Yeah.
Crazy night, man.
We'll see where the next couple of weeks takes us for 230.
Yeah, months, yeah. And I mean, the months as far as like Conor's next fight and where Khabib is. Suspensions. Yeah, we'll see.
Fines, see where it takes. Supposedly, Conor's in trouble with the commission, too.
Yeah, they recently said that, actually.
Yeah.
They saw, I think it was just that punch on top of the cage that got him. I was like, man. I was like, if you would just shown a little bit of restraint, you would have been cool. You would have been cool.
Yeah, but come on, what are they going to do? Fine him?
Right, well, yeah.
Come on, he's only retaliating.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
I think they both should get fines.
No, for sure.
I don't even think...
Losing money's not fun, though.
Yeah, no. I think they should both get fined. And...
A little bit of suspension. You know, 7 months, whatever.
6 months, I guess.
6 months, right.
I think 6 months is fair for Khabib. Just because you got to applaud this dude for not fucking going crazy at the weigh-ins. For not going crazy at the press conference, which could have been bad. Because
you want to say, I mean, you know, even though it was Brooklyn, it's different from the Nevada. But, like, you know, Conor kind of got off easy with his whole bus incident.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
true.
it's like, you know, come on, dude. The guy reacted like, you know, what a normal person would have responded after a fight, in my opinion. Right. So you know, I hope
give him the 4 to 6 months.
Yeah,
fine him the $250,000.
But the thing is, you want to know something crazy though? I really, honestly, like Khabib has not said one word about the whole like purse thing. He just seems like the type not to give a fuck about money. But I'm sure having $3 million.
I'm sure. Yeah. They told him like, you're gonna get paid, dude. Like, just chill.
Maybe. I'm
sure Dana was like, we're gonna give it to you.
Nah, Dana seemed genuinely upset, my friend.
Dana's probably in the back like, dude. You know, dude, I'm pretty sure Dana was in the back like, dog, did you see that shit?
Cha-ching.
Hey, dude, you know how much, you know?
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree.
I'm sure the Fertitta brothers are like, fuck, dog, we should have chilled a little bit more.
Fertitta brothers are not in charge of UFC no more.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I'm sure what I'm saying is like, fuck, you know, like
maybe
we could have had gold. We should have sat on it a little bit longer, you know?
We could have got $6 million.
You know what I'm saying? We could have got $5 billion right now.
$5 billion. Well, yeah, they're saying pretty. I wonder what they think about this because, you know, I think Conor's been on record saying that, you know, he misses the Fertittas. Like, you know, he's the one person. Fertittas, you know, nobody could talk to Dana White. Dana's fucking crazy. But everybody went to Fertittas. From John Jones, everybody says like, you know, the Fertitta brothers helped them out through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
so, you know, I love I miss them, and I miss seeing them in the crowd. You know, they're the reason why UFC is big right now.
I had to tell my dad. I was like, because my dad was like, you know, my dad has the boxing mindset, right?
Oh, for sure.
So my dad goes, you know, if Conor would have made it to the 5th round, they would have robbed Khabib and gave it to Conor. I'm like, Dad, this isn't boxing.
Yeah.
there's robberies, but then there's not boxing robberies here.
No,
MMA
sure.
is different.
No, yeah, for sure.
I was like,
there has been some flunkers.
there's
I'll tell you
been,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, like there's like, just like in boxing,
Yeah.
there used to be, you know?
Yeah.
But it seems like boxing, like every fucking pay-per-view, it's like something, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
In any fight, in something.
Yeah.
MMA, it's not like that. I was telling my dad, I was like, it's not like that, Dad.
Yeah.
If it's decisive, they're not gonna. This ain't boxing.
It's a lot easier to decide when you have, like, you know, 5-minute rounds.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's
you
not.
You have an odd number.
Yeah. There's
of rounds.
Yeah. The draws are pretty much rare in MMA.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I was telling my dad, I was like, nah, this ain't boxing. So
Yeah.
get that out of here. You have the Triple G mindset. Chill.
Yeah. I don't know. There's been like the diehard like MMA fans that just be like, you know, breaking shit down on a technical level and, you know, saying that, oh, it's bullshit. Fucking DJ got robbed from Cejudo. I was like, honestly, like you can never leave in the hands of the judges. These are judges who've never been in a fight in their life, and they're judging these guys. Like just chill. Like,
I don't think that was a bad decision.
I don't think it was either. But I mean, I had people in the MMA chats telling me like, you know, like, oh, it's bullshit. You know, these, you know, I had so whatever, you know, DJ.
How'd you see that fight?
I don't know. I can't remember. I watched it once, but I remember. I mean,
when I watched it, I remember seeing
Cejudo winning. Yeah, it was one of those things where, you know, Triple G and Canelo for you. Like, I could have seen it for either guy. I wouldn't have been mad. I thought it was a good fight.
It was a close fight.
Yeah, it was a very close fight. But yeah. And another thing, DJ is a class act. Like you know, him and Dominic Cruz are the two best people to handle losses I've ever seen, and Conor too, in a way. So.
In
a way, yeah. As far as, like, you know.
Hey, Conor said it, man. He's humble in victory and defeat.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like just seeing him like get shot at Khabib and everything like that, like I saw his face. I saw in his face. Like I was like, he gets it. He gets to understand why he screamed in his face. You know, like I'm sure he understands. But like he said in the fight, he's like, I'm not mad about this. The aftermath. I'm upset that I lost the fight. You're just making a whole bunch of noises over there. Fucking shit up, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think? We should wrap this bitch up.
Where are we at?
An hour and 16.
Pretty good.
Really solid. Yeah.
I think it's very good.
Yeah, really good. Really fun. Got a lot of good points.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
A lot of different opinions.
Yeah,
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did really good.
Yeah.
Let's not kiss each other's asses, though.
I know.
But
suck my dick.
But for sure, that's going to wrap it up. We still have no name for this podcast, I guess. But right now, we're just going to be like, you know, boxing, mixed martial arts, combat sports podcast for us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm Paul.
I'm Hector.
And, yeah,
We're
this
out.
is it. We out late.